Let's go. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to my channel. This is Mark. Let's go. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit today. I'm out doing some Walmart sparking. Let's see what we can make today. So I have put out polls and asked you guys, sorry, I was looking away. I was trying to find out if there's any cars coming. Finding out if you guys particularly like Walmart Spark videos better, or if you like Doordash videos better, or do you like the dreaded Uber Eats videos? What kind of videos do you guys like? Okay. So the poll came back and it showed that you guys like it when I do Walmart Spark videos. So I've been thinking really hard about this, and I've been getting really frustrated with Doordash. Like really frustrated with them. To the point to where I feel like there's sometimes that I just waste my time doing Doordash. They send me junk orders almost constantly. And when I mean junk orders, I mean anything that's under $4 to me is a junk order. And especially if you're going, over 2 miles. It just is. So I was on a DoorDash order and a couple nights ago, and I went in there to a Taco Bell. It was a Taco Bell order, and I think it was a pretty decent order. It was like $9. And I went into Taco Bell and I stood there for a few minutes, and then finally they asked me, they were like, because the order wasn't ready, it wasn't at the pickup area, so they asked me, they said, hey, what are you here for? You're for DoorDash? I'm like, yes, I'm here for DoorDash. I may have been standing here at the counter forever. To me, it felt like forever. I think it was a couple minutes. So I'll track on GridWise, right, my time. So I started this before I went into the restaurant, just to see how long it would take me. So I went in there, stood for a couple minutes. Finally, they asked me, hey, because there was nobody at the counter to even say anything. Hey, I'm here for DoorDash. So basically, you're just standing there because that's the way Taco Bell works for some reason. So I was standing there waiting. They finally asked me, and I'm like, yes, I'm here for DoorDash. They said, okay, we're working on it. I said, okay. So I stand there probably like 10 minutes, still waiting on the food. Of course, I messaged the customer, let the customer know, hey, they're still working on your food. It'll be done in a few minutes, blah, 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 because I'm going to keep my customer rating up, okay? Don't really care about the acceptance rate, but I do want to keep the customer rating up. You at least want to make sure it stays at a 4.8 if you can. It just helps you with the metrics. I digress. So I am waiting, and for 10 minutes or so, then another customer comes. Another DoorDash person comes up to the counter. They get him, and they're like, hey, are you DoorDash? I said, yes. They said their name. They said, it is here, it's ready. I'm like, what? I know that my order was before theirs. It had to be. Because it was like 10 minutes. Either they're really behind there at that Taco Bell. So I look at the person, I'm like, hey, is my order ready yet? No, we're still working on it. So I'm watching. I'm thinking they skipped over this order. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm watching, and they finally start making my order, because you could see what the person ordered, right? So, and I've noticed that they started making this stuff. Well, in the middle of him making the food, knowing that I'm in a hurry, I'm a DoorDash person, because I wasn't getting paid per hour, okay? I was getting paid per order on this order, because that's all they would give me the option to do. So I'm over here watching him drum on stuff with his fingers. Like literally, he'd be fixing something and then drum. And then I'd be waiting longer. And then I watch him again. He fixed something and starts drumming. And I'm like, what the heck? So I had to tell the customer, I was like, I'm leaving. So I literally canceled the order and I left. I was that frustrated. I got back to my car, I looked on GridWise, and it said I was in there for 25 minutes. Has anybody else waited that long and the order still wasn't done? Still was not ready, even after 25 minutes of waiting. And that was with me driving there. I mean, that's without me driving in there. So add another 5 minutes to that. So it's at least half an hour for that order. I was so frustrated. And I came home and I told my wife, I said, you know what? I think I'm done with DoorDash. So at this moment, I am no longer going to do DoorDash. I'm going to work strictly with Walmart Spark, and I'm going to do some roadies. So I started doing that, right? This was last week when I said I'm done with DoorDash. I want to go get some gas. That's the game plan. So I'm going to pause you real quick, and then I'll come back. So I told my wife last week that I was going to take this serious as far as doing the Walmart Spark from now on, because I'm done with this DoorDash stuff. I'm done with delivering fast food. I'm done with delivering pizzas. It's just not worth it. The time's not worth it. Getting in and out of my vehicle's not worth it. I tear up my cars faster because I keep having to stop, go, put my car, and turn my car off, turn it back on type of stuff. Where I figured doing Walmart Spark is less of that, because I'm literally driving more, but I'm not stopping as much, and I'm not parking as much. I just park. It's ironic. So yeah. So last week I did it, and I took it serious when I did it, and I made a little over $260. Okay, when I did that. That was, I think I did like 3 days. Okay. This week I did it, and I've only done 2 days. I think it was Sunday and Monday is when I did it. And I made I'm up to $216 already. And I haven't done it the rest of the week. It is going to show I have a tip, I think, on Tuesday, but that's a tip from the other day. So today's Friday. I'm back at it. Hopefully I can get, a good order here to where I can make some good money. But it seems like in my market, Walmart Spark just blows away DoorDash. Like right now, I'm getting order after order with Walmart Spark. So yeah, Walmart Spark, it's hopping. It hops. There's so many different type of options too. So you can do the pharmacy, okay, order, which usually there's not a tip on that. And what I've seen is usually they base it off of the mileage or whatever. So there's sometimes it'll range from $9, and I've seen it all up to $15 where I'm at. And then you can do the curbside pickup, which is usually multi orders that I've seen, where you have 2 to 3 orders that you're going to drop off, and those the items can range from 1, and I've seen them all the way up to 150 before, as far as items, and they've paid really good. I've seen them where they've been up to $50. You can do shopping, which I like shopping. That's me. I can control. The reason why I like shopping is because I can control my environment. I can control what I can get done as fast as I want to. I can get it done as fast as I want to, or I can take my time, and if I need to shop, I can shop real quick and get my own stuff. That's what I like about shopping. If you do curbside pickup, you don't have that much control. You have to wait on the people to bring it out to you. To me, it just makes more sense to do shopping. Or also you can do returns. I've done a couple of returns myself. I really didn't care for them because usually it's a flat fee. It's like $12 here in my area. I don't know if it's like that where you're at. And it's kind of a pain because when you get to the customer who's returning the item, they have to give you like this code, and then you have to put the code in, and then it could be just a hassle waiting for them to give you the code, because they might not even know where the code's at on their phone. It's all this, it's just too many variables for me. It really is. And I just don't think the $12 is worth it. And then you have to bring it back to the store, either to the curbside pickup area, or you have to take it actually into the return. I've had to do that before. That was a pain to have to even do that. The curbside, you have to wait for them to come out to get the item. They might not be the quickest. It's not their fault. It's just they're behind or whatever the situation is. It's just, to me, I like pharmacies and I like the shopping orders. I feel like there is a lot of people that are getting away from the Doordash here in my area. And the reason why I think they are is because here in my market, you get a lot of $2 orders. You get a lot of orders that it doesn't make sense, because they're priced at a point to where you'll be losing money to take it to them, because some of these houses are so far away. The mileage on them. So like you could get like $6 for an order, which would make sense if you was like in a bigger city. But if you're in a smaller city, or if you're in a city like me to where you got to drive around to different areas and you got a lot of mileage, $6 don't get you hardly anything. And especially if you got to pay taxes or whatever afterwards. So that's kind of my deal right now. So this order right here, I'm not going to take it. It is $18.18. It's a delivery for $9 and tip for $9.18. And then but the mileage is $14 or 14 miles, 14.5 miles. So that's just, to me, that doesn't make any sense. I ain't going to do that many miles. And for that pay. Now, if they were to pay me $28, yeah, I'd take that. I don't even know if I would take it at $25, so I am going to reject it. So that's the game plan. I am quitting DoorDash. And this last, the one before that order, I had a really good order. It was like $24 for, I think it was like 6 or 7 miles. It was really decent. But you get some of those sometimes with DoorDash. You'll get really good orders like that. And then all of a sudden you'll just start getting junk. And they want you to take that junk. You don't have to, of course, but they want you to, because that's all they keep sending you. So it's like, you don't know what to do. You don't know if you should take the junk, because then you might get a good order, or what. But there is one thing about Walmart Spark that people don't like, and that is they've been deactivating a lot of people lately. So one of their new policies that they just came out with, again, I'll give you a little heads up, new policy, is if you was a previously worker, if you worked at Walmart at one time, and let's say, even if you're doing DoorDash right now, and you're a previous employee, and they terminated you, or you quit and not a good standing, then they'll deactivate you. They just did that to a major YouTuber the other day who does reviews, and he's fighting it right now to see if he can get his account back, because he's been deactivated. And he's been doing Walmart Spark since 2021, he said. So he's been doing it almost 4 years, or a little over 4 years. And they found out that he was a previous employer, or a previous employee, and they kicked him off. So they're doing that right now. They're deactivating people for, whatever they want to come up with their policies. So you do have to remember that. So I am not completely canceling my my profile from DoorDash, because you never know if I do need it later on, because I might. You never know. If they deactivate me on Walmart Spark, I might have to go back to DoorDash. I really don't want to. I like doing the Walmart Spark thing. Now later on, if I decide I want to do Instacart, I might try it. I've done a couple Instacarts in the past, and here in my area, in my market, it was terrible. Like, I got terrible orders compared to Walmart Spark. So that's what the game plan is. I hope you guys stick around and stay with me as we do these Walmart orders and we walk around together, and I video myself with you guys, and you guys get entertained by watching me. But that is the game plan. All right. So everybody, if you would, please hit that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And like always, let's go. See you later. Let's go.